What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome back to Grizzly Tarot. My name is Dan. I'm here to do your bi-weekly love reading. For those of you that are new, feel free to drop a subscribe, like the video if you like it. For those of you that are returning, what's up, guys? How you doing? So, any information you could possibly need, who this pertains to, how to find your natal chart, questions about personal readings or any social media that you guys want to follow, down below in the description. And what I started doing is just pre-shuffling off camera. So that way, all I have to do is 3 shuffles on camera and make it nice and quick so we can get right to the reading. All right? Sagittarius, Sun and Rising Venus, in love. Please, Spirit, 12 card, Celtic cross. Ooh. But I do have this little tip, this little tick where if it doesn't shuffle perfectly on the last shuffle, I have to do 2 more shuffles. There we go. Perfect. All right, so there's an air of avoidance. Bottom of the deck is the Tower in the reverse, so avoiding a disaster. That's what this entire reading is about. You're avoiding a disaster. So, okay. So in your current situation, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands talks about being on the defensive, okay? Guarding your standpoint, and just kind of like guarding your point of view. Do I want to say point of view? Whatever. So it's like you're currently guarded towards someone, okay? And your challenge is the Page of Pentacles. Normally, I would say your challenge is to manifest something new and start manifesting this and bringing it forward. I really strongly feel like you don't want to manifest something with this person, and you're actually trying to let it end. And I think that's why you're so guarded, okay? So you're guarded right now from this person, and your challenge is to try and get past somebody who is their offering. Like, it's like they're trying to offer something to you or offer a relationship or the start of one, and trying to make something come out of the two of you, but you don't exactly want it, and you're like, no, I kind of want this to end. Let's not do this, okay? So you're avoiding them, basically. Or you're trying to avoid letting this grow anywhere, and you're on the defensive, like, no, I'm just gonna do my own thing, stay over there. All right. Now in the past, you have the King of Wands in the reverse. So King of Wands in the reverse to me is always somebody who really just focuses on what's right in front of him, okay? He doesn't really think about the long term. Upright, he thinks about the long term. He's like a grand visionary, like thinks about these giant goals for the future. In the reverse, it's like, no, I'm just gonna worry about what's right here, right now. I'm not gonna worry about the future too much. Okay, so maybe with this person you were kind of, okay, I want to say for some of you it was like a sexual thing where you're like, oh, this is fun, we're having sex, enjoying each other, blah, blah, blah. And you weren't really thinking about like a long-term future with this person. It was just kind of like fun in the moment. And now I feel like this person's like trying to manifest something forward, and you're just like, no, I kind of just liked it when we were just like fooling around. I don't really want to take it any further than that. So you're kind of on defensive, like keeping your guard up, being like, no, don't really want to do this. And I more so say this because your internal energy is the 10 of Swords. Okay, that's like an ending, and the ending, it's a 10, so it's completion. So it's like the ending of a cycle, and it's like, nope, I just want to put this to end. I want to just be done with it. Like, it can be a card of like backstabbing and betrayal, deceit, but it's really just a card of like the end to a period of like restless thoughts, a period of constantly being in your head over this, okay? So it's like you're really on defensive, and you're A, avoiding this, B, not trying to manifest it, and C, you're like, nope, I don't want this to be on my mind anymore. I just want to be done with it and move on to the next cycle, to something better. Okay, you don't want to put your energy into this. And your goal is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so that being said, it's like, I want to stay in my power. I want to remain my confident, happy person who's in charge. For some of you, I heard arrogant, so be careful with that. Don't let arrogance be a thing, okay? So it's like, I want to maintain my confident, happy, strong self of knowing who the fuck I am and knowing what I deserve. And what's actually driving that is the Queen of Pentacles, which I don't know why I said it like that the first time or the second time. So with the driving factor being the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, I know what's worth putting my time and effort into. I know what's worth trying to nurture and trying to make something grow. Okay? Being that you don't want to push this forward and you're on the defensive of it, and your goal is to maintain your self-confidence, or just your self-image. But with your goal to be in that Queen of Wands energy, and what's with the driving factor being the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, I know whether I'm too good for someone, and that's where the arrogance comes in. It's like, I know where I'm too good for someone, or someone's not good enough for me, or someone doesn't live up to my standards of living type of deal. And it's like, I'm not going to pour my energy into someone like that because I know what I should and shouldn't put my energy into. So with this, you're like, no, this is not something that I really should put my energy into, and I shouldn't really try and nurture this because I know I deserve better. Okay? So maybe this is like an old fuck buddy, right? And you're finally getting to the point where like they're catching feelings and they're like, hey, so like, what are we? And you're sitting there like, we were just fuck buddies, remember? Like, let's not take it further than that. And they're just like, no, like, let's see where it goes. And you're just like, stay the fuck over there, please and thank you. Like one of those things, right? Stage 5 clinger type deal. So it's like, you just don't want to pour your energy into this because you know it's not worth your time, or not in your eyes worth your time. Okay? So in the near future coming up, you have the 5 of Cups in the reverse, and this could be for this person, or this could just be for yourself, which talks about releasing like hurt and upset from something. Okay? This could be talking about this person, like saying basically, okay, you know, it might suck for them right now, but like they will get over it and they will kind of get past this. Or it could be you, like you could be a little upset that like you have to hurt this person, or upset that like how things went down, like, oh, you know, I kind of enjoyed our, you know, friends with benefits thing, but now that you want to take it further in that, like, I'm gonna have to cut you off, and that means I'll lose you as a friend too. So like you're a little upset about that, but then at the same time, in the near future, you're going to be getting over that. You're going to be releasing this like upset and hurt feelings over this. Okay. So like I said, with your internal influence, you have the 10 of Swords, like, I want this to be done. I want to put an end to it. Like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Your external influence, they're putting up a fight, okay? The external influence could be the person you're dealing with or just the energy around you. Depending how the read's going, I'll read it differently. This, like, right off the get, I was like, oh, like conflict? And then I was like, they want to fight for this. They want to fight to try and make something out of it. And you were just like, no, sorry. Not about it, bye, and just slowly drift off. So they want to fight for this. You're guarded as fuck. You don't want this. Your goal here is the world, completing a cycle. You want to complete this. You want to put it to an end. Okay, when you complete one cycle, you start another cycle. Like I said, your internal influence, with it being a 10, that's the completion of a cycle. You're already checked out. You're already done. And this is Swords energy, mentally checked out. Swords energy is mental energy. So that being said, your hope is the world. You want to complete this cycle and just start something new and just be done with it. And it's like, oh, you want I just like got an image of like the world opening up to you, like basically being able to do whatever you want, not feeling restricted, not feeling like, oh, you know, I'm stuck with this person or anything like that, because you're clearly not happy. But your fear, your fear is the 2 of Cups in the reverse. So there are 2 ways I can see this. I feel it's either, for some of you, you fear losing this connection with the person, okay? Sure, you don't want to take it to that next level, but you fear losing that person overall. Like I said, it's like, oh, you know, it was fun when we were friends with benefits because, like, I had my best friend and I had a fuck buddy, and now it's like, oh, well, if you're catching feelings and I gotta cut this off, then, like, we probably shouldn't be friends or shouldn't be close, and it's like, damn, I'm gonna lose having that person in my life, or lose having them so close. So like, you fear disconnecting, okay? Now for others of you, I feel like this is just a fear that like, oh, I'm not gonna find somebody that I do wanna be with, you know? Which is a little, kind of an irrational fear. There's a lot of fucking people in the world. You're bound to find somebody that you fucking get along with and that you're gonna be with. I guarantee it. It might take a little time, but I guarantee it. But in order to do that, you need to clear the way for it. You can't bring in someone new if there's somebody already taking up that position in your life, right? So, your outcome, you have the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. So, 6 of Pentacles is a card of equal give and take, and like, balanced giving and receiving. In the reverse, it can be one-sided charity or just talk about an unbalancer. And I kind of feel like this is really just this person trying to give to you or trying to make you see like, oh, we can make this work, we should do this, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, no. And they're like trying to put in a lot of time and effort in this and you're not. So it's like, they might keep trying to hit you up and keep trying to like work things out and you're just like, no. Oh, thanks. No. Oh, you want to hang out? No, sorry, I can't. Oh, God. Like, they're asking you to hang out 3 times a week, and you're just like, oh, no, I can't, left and right, and you're never asking them to hang out, like, at all, right? So, that might be a little, like, shallow sounding, but at the same time, you have to realize, I mean, I'm a Sag, so, like, I can relate. I can kind of see how this resonates to me, but not so much. But, like, I can relate. And I'm sure everyone has gone through this when somebody really likes you, or if you've had a fuck buddy and like it kind of turns sour because somebody always catches feelings, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh well, now we have to like completely disconnect from each other because if you're gonna catch feelings, then how can we even hang out just as friends if you're gonna be like sitting there like in love with me, like trying to make something happen out of it, right? We've all been there, or most of us, some of us, I don't know. A lot of people have been there, okay? So I get it, and like it sounds like shallow, like, oh, like you're not even giving this person a chance. Well, it's like that's kind of being unfair to myself. If you really want something and I know for a fact that I don't want something, it's unfair for me to allow you to keep trying, which makes it A, unfair to you, because I already know it's not going to go anywhere, and then B, makes it unfair to myself because I'm leaving that position for somebody new to come in filled with this old person who I already know I don't want. Right? So it's just an unfair situation. So as bad as that sounds as an outcome, that is a good thing. Okay? Now, your advice here. I want to clarify this because this is actually a little confusing. And I don't usually clarify on just regular, free YouTube reads. Okay, these are way too many. Too many cards. Too many, Spirit. Give me like 1 or 2. Clarifies 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, it is to get away. Okay. So, the reason I clarified is because the 8 of Cups upright is a card of walking away. Okay, it's a card of, it can be a card of escapism, but it's a card of walking away from this and cutting your losses and being like, you know what, this isn't worth it, let me go somewhere else. Okay. In the reverse, it's a card of trying again. It's like, I'm gonna try this one more time before I walk away. For your advice, it's in the reverse. With how all this is going, I'm like, I don't know if that advice is saying walk away or if it's saying, because I've had cards come out where like they come out in the reverse, but the meaning that instantly pops in my head when I go to say it is the upright meaning. When I looked at this, I was very unsure. That's why I clarified. It's clarified with 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is a card of getting away. Getting away with something or strategically getting away from something, okay? So the 7 of Swords can be a card of lie, cheat, sneak, deceit, like backstabbing, shit like that. For this, being that it's clarifying a card of walking away, I think this is just clarifying and saying, it's time to walk away, okay? To get out of this situation, to get away from this situation. So, Saggies, that's my advice for you. You gotta get away from this situation. The longer you keep it going, the harder it's gonna be to end, and the harder it's gonna be on that person and on you, okay? So, if you already know this resonates and you already know you don't want to be with someone and they're trying to keep it going, trying to make it work, and you know that you just don't want it, you gotta let them down. Let them down lightly, but you gotta be honest with them and you gotta be honest with yourself, all right? So, Sag, that's what I got for you. I hope it resonated. If it did, leave a like. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. And yeah. Thank you all for the support and everything. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next video. Deuces.